everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm just going to talk through my full experience of One Book July for this year. If you saw the video from a few weeks ago, you will know that I decided to hop into my Hobonichi weeks as my everything planner for that month. I did it last year in a pocket bullet journal and really enjoyed the reset, and as I was feeling a little bit kind of all over the place with my planning, I thought it would be another good reset for this year. I've now finished it and I'm now kind of semi back into planning in other planners, and I thought it'd be really good to kind of go through how I used the weeks, what I learned, what I didn't learn, and why I'm probably not going to do it again, certainly not in the Hobonichi weeks. Okay, so to kick off the actual kind of planner usage bit, I thought I'd do kind of a bit of a quick flip of kind of, you know, the different sections of the planner for those that do enjoy a good planner flip. I have skipped to this page because in the front I have a picture of my other half, Matt, and my bank cards and stuff, because I actually use this as a wallet as well as a everyday carry planner. Even prior to July I was doing that, so yeah, just skipped across to this, and it's just my kind of cover page, which I've just added a few stickers and some sticky notes. I then have my kind of a female health tracking page. That's all I use this for, and yeah, I've not changed how I use it in One Book July because that's just the use. Then this yearly overview page is for weights. So I kind of had a little bit of time off and kind of kicked things back into gear towards the end of July, and need to actually update this. But yeah, this is just my weight tracking spread. Again, haven't really changed how I've used this for July. This is just as it is. Then into my monthly. So the monthly, again, so kind of at the start of the year, this was more of a kind of health and fitness planner. So looking through the monthlies, it's more about kind of steps and things like that. And then you can see when I started using this again as a bit of an EDC/purse. And for One Book July, the use kind of didn't really change too much. All I did, I think possibly in June I'd already done that. Actually no, I went back into using the bottom for habit tracking pretty early on. So the monthly setup that I obviously have my plans and everything in the main bit of the layout. Then down the left I just have any tasks that need to be done in that specific week, so that when I am setting up the week I can just flick back to here, write in all my plans, and then write in any tasks that need to be done. And then along the bottom I have my habit tracker. It varies in terms of what I track at the moment because I'm very focused on losing a little bit of weight before I go on holiday. I am trying to get on top of step goal, daily exercise, and hitting my calorie goal. As you can see, the success is up and down, shall we say. But yeah, this works perfectly. It works for an EDC. It worked during One Book July because it basically just didn't change. Then when we go into my monthlies, so I was already using this pretty much every week anyway, kind of pre-July. The biggest change really with One Book July is that I didn't use my cousin for anything. So in June I was using this to kind of plot out my week pretty much, and then I was kind of dipping into my cousin to do like some daily spreads, or maybe to do a weekly if I just wanted to play with stickers. And it was just kind of distracting me. I didn't have a huge amount of time for it, and it was just, I felt a bit pulled between the two. So One Book July was just to try and kind of reset things, use this completely for everything planning wise, and just kind of get to the heart of what I wanted out of a planner. And, you know, could I live in this full time? What did I want from the cousin if I was gonna, you know, go back to dipping into the cousin, etc, etc. And in terms of the actual layout itself for July, it didn't change a huge amount. All I did was add in this line down here because it coincided with me trying to get back into a bit more of looking after myself. So added in this column for any exercise. If I hit my step goal, I wrote how many steps I wrote in there. Over and above my goal that day, I was obviously just trying to make myself feel better because I definitely wasn't hitting my step goal. And then if I was under my calorie goal, I wrote how many calories under. It was really good just to have this kind of focus area, and I've definitely kept it on even now because I do like having somewhere to write and kind of having that slight shame if I haven't written anything in there that day because I haven't either been under my calorie goal or done the exercise or even hit my step goal. I've been a bit ill this week, so I pretty much haven't done it at all, but it's nice having that little kind of prompt, I guess. I then do my tasks and my events on the left hand side. This is everything that isn't kind of Lethbridge paper related. In the first couple of weeks I did a bit of kind of colour coding because I was back in my Hobonichi pen, and yeah, I was kind of trying to feel out how I use this because we've just moved into, well, it's probably like 3 months now, just moved into a house, but there's other things that I wanted to kind of bring on in terms of maybe house tasks and things like that, because obviously I was only in this one planner, whereas in my cousin I was using that for a lot of house planning, project planning, things like that. So I was, in the early days, I was trying to kind of figure out how to bring this into this planning. That didn't last very long, I don't think. Yeah, so come second week I was like, it just doesn't work having it on the weekly, and you get some notes page in the back of here, but it didn't, I don't know, there was something about this size page, it just didn't feel like it worked when it came to kind of sitting down and doing a bit of kind of house project planning, or even just kind of having a to-do list of things I needed to do or things I needed to research. I just couldn't kind of get into using these pages for it. So it just kind of disappeared completely, really, which wasn't great. And I kept with the colour coding for this week, and just left the usual weighting on, and had my exercise area. And I, like, as you can see, I brought in a little bit of colour because the first week I think I did that in pencil, brought in a bit of colour because I was feeling a bit like it was fine as a layout and it was quite functional, but it just wasn't bringing me joy. And so the next week I added in a bit more of the lines to add a bit more colour and kind of mark out this zone a bit more. So this is my Lethbridge paper tasks, I can't remember if I mentioned that, to keep it all kind of in one section. Yeah, it was fine. Again, yeah, it was just fine. There was just something about it that I wasn't quite clicking with. I don't know whether it's because I was only in this planner and I wasn't really doing much kind of creative wise, because obviously it wasn't in my cousin and that had become a bit of a creative outlet. I felt like I just wasn't enjoying using my planner as much because I didn't really have any creative outlet. So in this week I went back to stickers and washi, and there was no reason before why I wasn't using those. It was just more of a, this is a functional planner, so I'm going to keep it functional. And come this week I was just like, no, I need some prettiness. I need to go back to my fountain pen, so I did bring back my trusty Pilot Preppy, which I do love using in this. I do tend to smear the ink though, so a piece of blotting paper is a must. But I just loved having a bit more creativity to it. It was nice to kind of set up on a Sunday and do a bit of playing with stickers and feeling a bit creative. And I carried that through into the final week, and again, really loved it. I just prefer using a planner that has a bit more to it in terms of a bit of decoration and a bit of colour, and it just feels a lot more enjoyable to use. And I have kind of kept that through even to this week. So I am kind of now done with One Book July, and like I say, I am kind of edging back into using my cousin, but I don't think I'll do One Book July in the weeks again. Pure and simple because, like I say, although there's note pages, there's not, I mean, there's like a decent amount, but not masses. But there's just something about the pages that, I don't know, I just didn't really feel like they worked in the same way that like the bullet journal pages, the pocket ones, or the cousin ones do, for kind of making any, I don't know, any kind of proper notes or projects or things like that. Like, what I find these pages are perfect for is my finance tracking. So that's in here, that's always been in here for years and years and years. As you can see, I did some daily pages. That was kind of something new that I experimented with in July. Again, it added in a few stickers and a bit of decor, and meant I could use fountain pen. I used my TWSBI Eco. I did enjoy that, but in terms of using these pages to kind of like do a bit of planning for the house or any Lethbridge paper things, it just, I don't know, the page size for me just doesn't work as a notebook. An A6 in a pocket journal is great for that, and I loved using my pocket bullet journal last year to, you know, have loads of pages that I could just kind of set up quick notes and quick to-do lists and things like that. And the same with the cousin, I use the daily pages pretty much as kind of a commonplace journal, and we'll collect lots of thoughts and notes and things like that. But this page size just doesn't do it for me as a planner, and for this, brilliant, perfect, love it. For anything else other than, like I say, finance tracking, it just doesn't work. And so I know there's a lot of people that are very loyal to the Weeks Mega because they love those note pages and they love using them for various different things. It's not me. I did experiment, like I showed you, with some of the daily pages, and like I quite liked it, but it didn't blow me away, and I just missed using my cousin for something like this. I just couldn't get into it. Wish I could. But yeah, that was my Hobonichi Weeks for One Book July. Nice little experiment, but it did definitely prove to me that I do need a couple of different planners for the different parts of my life. I definitely need something small that I can take as an EDC, and I need something bigger like a cousin that I can use for kind of more project planning, future planning. Like I definitely felt like in July I didn't do much other than kind of my day-to-day. I didn't really do much for the house. I didn't take on any kind of Lethbridge paper projects beyond the kind of usual doing orders, YouTube videos, etc. And I felt like I was really missing somewhere to kind of long-term planning in a way that I didn't feel when I used my pocket bullet journal last year for One Book July. I don't know if any of this is making sense. Please let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about and you get it. If not, I mean, still feel free to comment. But yeah, that was kind of just a quick summary of my One Book July experience and why I won't be doing it in a week's again. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.